So before I start, let me take a guess at what you're probably thinking. Oh, another overprivileged millennial complaining about how tough life is. Why don't I just run to my safe space? Well, let me stop you there. Yeah, I am complaining about my life and the stupid choices I made throughout it. So hopefully you, the viewer, won't make those same stupid choices I made. Now, this video is going to be about the joys of going to a college or university and the quote benefits of having a degree and my experiences. So, little info to see where I'm coming from. I'm one of those suckers that through my K-12 years, I was told that having a degree from a college or university, that doors would fly open and that you would have jobs thrown at you like a rock star has paintings thrown at them on stage at a concert. And having an advanced degree, you have to beat jobs back with a stick. That's how hard they be trying to get you. Now, me being a dumb kid, that sounded like the dream, and I was absolutely ecstatic to go to college. Now, my entry to college wasn't as smooth as I would have liked, and my first semester there was pretty rough. Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it that much. I absolutely hated my first year of my university life, but that's another story for another time. Now, my undergrad, I went through all the career fairs that was hosted by the school. And, well, in hindsight, it wasn't that many. It was about two career fairs and one job fair per year. Anyway, from my encounters with the people there, I was told that, young man, having a bachelor's degree, that's good and all. But getting your master's degree, that's much better. That's where all the money lies. So, me being a gullible kid, I turned to a gullible adult. Because I bought that line hook, line, sinker. Now, at the end of my master's program, I applied for a job that I didn't know at the time didn't give two damns about my master's. They only cared about having a bachelor's degree. And I didn't know that. So, as soon as I started work, it was about like 3 days after I graduated. One of my coworkers came up to me and asked what kind of education did I have. I told them I had my master's, and I was ridiculed left and right about having an advanced degree. I mean, they said how stupid I was and how if they would have had that degree, they would have been nowhere near this job. They picked something a lot less dangerous that pays a lot more, which should have told me my interactions with my coworkers would have been very strained. So that should have been my first clue. So I resigned a couple of months later from that position, and I was in a pretty depressed state. But after a while, I decided enough was enough. So I got a haircut, some new dress clothes, and started applying to new jobs, thinking, hey, I can bounce back on my feet. I got this job pretty easily. Who said I won't get a new job pretty easily? I was full of hope back then. So I applied to about 9 jobs a week and spent at least 8 hours a week going through different places to look for jobs. Going from the state jobs, going from the federal USAjobs.gov, going through LinkedIn, Monster, and Indeed. And for the first USAjobs.gov for, let me tell you, it takes several months for a computer to look at your application. And if you get through the initial phase, then a human will look at it. So out of the 24 jobs I applied for, about 17 of them didn't respond to me at all, which stung like a quick jab to the face. And about 6 of them gave me excuses, ranging from, sorry son, you don't got no experience for this job, to, sorry, you're overqualified for this position. Try going for something higher. But the worst one I received was, sorry, you've reached age limit for this job. Now, at the time I was 24, and the age limit was 21, and the highest you could be for that job was 37. So I know damn well they didn't even look at my application. But I know what you're going to say. Hey Gumster, why don't you just apply to a job that requires no job experience? Well, out of the 24-ish jobs, at least 20 had no experience needed or wanted. And I thought, yeah, that's something I could do. So, only one of the jobs put me through different steps. And I got to the point where I was thinking, okay, I can do this job. They had me bark on command. They had me sit on command. I had to go through paperwork, tests. I had to go through quite a bit. Physical, medical, all that. And then I was told after getting my fingerprints to them, hey, we're going to do the background investigation. It's going to be a thorough one, but it shouldn't take very long. We're going to try to expedite the process. And I thought, okay, should be pretty quick then. I have little to no background. I haven't done much of anything in my life before. Well, at the time of writing, it's been about 5 months, and still doing a background check. Every time I try to talk to him, I get told, hey, we're still doing a background check. Be patient, alright? It takes a while. And this is for a guy who has never got a speeding ticket before. And I got pulled over once for having a back tail light out. So, you might be thinking, this whiny SOB probably had a really bad major in college. Well, when I picked my major, I was told it's a good, strong major and a nice job market, and people are being recruited actively for it. So, what did my degrees get for me, you know? Well, I'll tell you, about 4 years of little to no sleep, since I went through every semester the school had available, 3 semesters a year, and I took about 18 to 24 hours for spring and fall, and about 15 hours for the summer. I had little to no social life, and I had a strong resentment for the wacky things my dorm mate did in grad school. And that could be a story all on its own. And what else did I get from that? 2 pieces of really pretty paper, some student loans, and now most jobs won't even touch me. All the people who are thinking about attending a college or university, keep this in mind. When you're picking out which school you want to go to, keep cost in mind, because unless you get a full ride scholarship, it's going to cost a lot of money. And you don't want to attend a school that costs several $100,000 for a 4-year degree. And also keep in mind your major that you want to do. Make sure you pick one that both suits you, something you're interested in, and also can make money, a job. You don't want to have a major that's pretty much nothing. Anyway, people are still watching. Thanks so very much for tuning in. And sorry for getting a little preachy at the end. So, a little information about the gameplay footage. I recorded this a couple of months ago, and I did get it for laughs. But I said, hey, this would be pretty cool to put up on the video, right? Anyway, God bless and have a good day.